Chew. Ever feel like you are just throwing wishes into a deep well and hoping for the best but never seeing a splash? Most of us spend our lives stuck in a loop of passive wanting. We say things like, I wish I had more money, or I wish I could find the perfect partner, or I wish I could finally start that business. But here is the hard truth about wishing. Wishing is a signal of lack. When you wish for something, you are telling your brain and the universe that you do not have it and that it is far away from you. Today, we are changing that narrative completely. We are moving from wishing to writing. Because when you put a pen to paper, you are no longer just a dreamer. You become the architect of your own reality. There is actually a fascinating scientific reason why writing works so much better than just thinking. When you physically write something down, you engage a part of your brain called the Reticular Activating System. Think of this as your internal filter. Every single second, your brain is bombarded with millions of pieces of data. And your filter decides what is important and what can be ignored. By taking the time to write your goals by hand, you are essentially sending a high-priority alert to your brain. You are telling your subconscious that these specific intentions are the most important things in your world. Suddenly, you start noticing opportunities, people, and resources that were always there but were being filtered out as noise. One of the most effective ways to start this practice is through a technique called scripting. This is not about making a dry to-do list or a boring set of bullet points. Scripting is about writing a story of your life as if your desire has already manifested. Imagine it is 6 months from now and everything you wanted has come true. How does your morning look? How do you feel when you wake up? Instead of saying, I want a new career, you write it in the present tense. You might write something like, I am so incredibly grateful and excited to be working in my new office today. The energy is amazing, and I feel so valued by my team. Describe the details. Mention the smell of the coffee, the feeling of the chair, and the sense of peace in your chest. When you write with this level of detail, your brain begins to accept it as a current reality rather than a distant fantasy. If you prefer something more structured, you can try the 3-6-9 method. This is a powerful routine for building consistency and keeping your focus sharp. You take your core intention and write it 3 times in the morning right after you wake up. This sets the tone for your day. Then, you write it 6 times in the afternoon to maintain your momentum when the midday slump hits. Finally, you write it 9 times before you go to sleep. This ensures that your intention is the last thing your mind processes before you enter your dream state. 2. It is a simple way to keep your goal at the forefront of your consciousness, without it feeling like a chore. However, the words on the page are only half of the equation. The real secret sauce is the emotion you attach to those words. If you are writing about financial abundance, but you are feeling stressed and constricted while you write, the frequency of your writing will match your stress, not the abundance. You have to allow yourself to feel the joy, the relief, and the excitement as you move the pen. Imagine the smile on your face when that goal becomes your physical reality. That emotional alignment is what creates the magnetic pull. You are not just recording a thought, you are practicing a feeling. A common mistake people make is getting too caught up in the how and the when. You write your intention down and then you spend the rest of the day checking your watch or your bank account to see if it has arrived yet. Manifestation requires a level of radical trust. Your job is to define the what and the why. You decide what you want and you understand why it matters to you. Then, you have to let the universe handle the logistics. Write it down with absolute conviction, and then go about your day with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their order has already been placed and is currently being prepared. Think of it like ordering food at a restaurant. Once you have told the server what you want, you do not follow them into the kitchen to make sure they are chopping the vegetables correctly. You sit back, enjoy the conversation at your table, and wait for the meal to be served. Writing is your order. The more clear and specific your writing is, the better the result will be. This is your invitation to stop being a spectator in your own life. Do not let another day go by just wishing things were different. Grab a notebook tonight. It does not have to be a fancy journal. A simple piece of paper will do. Write down one thing you truly desire and describe it in vivid present tense detail. Watch how your perspective shifts, and how the world begins to rearrange itself to match the vision you have put on paper. You have the power to write your own story, so make it a great one. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on how to create the life you deserve. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.